I'm gonna be wearing that blanket.
Yes.
Yeah, that's yummy. Anyways.
Have you been? Never mind.
We're not gonna start like that. Terrible. Terrible, guys. Terrible.
I bet.
We're gonna start off with a quick ASMR.
But no one wants to hear that.
I got new books from Chojin X, as I was mentioning, by Sui Shida. Volumes 12 and 13. We're gonna open 12 because that one's for me.
Man, could you make this more boring?
Yeah. Firstly, I'm gonna show you guys my shirt, which says "I pause my game just to be here." Right. So I'm just letting you guys know the sacrifice I'm making. Anyways, so we're gonna start off with an ASMR. So, hello everybody, welcome to my book opening ASMR. So let's first hear the plastic wrapping.
3 hours later.
Thank you guys, and welcome to Mansplained, hosted by me, Minty, and my co-host. And today we've had a wonderful day. We just watched, what was the name of the movie? It was called
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men.
It was really good.
Yeah,
that was the first movie I think we've ever seen where we were actually, it was over 2 hours. We were like actually watching it the entire time.
Yeah, because like...
A lot of times we watch movies and we're like, this is terrible. We just turn it off, but this one was really good.
Yeah, we get very easily distracted, but No Country for Old Men is like really good. I've heard a lot of things from what was the guy like McCarthy? It was
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah, Cormac McCarthy. He's I've heard from Blood Meridian, which I've heard it's really good. I haven't personally read it, but I had Wendigoon, which is a YouTuber / podcaster. You know, he basically gave like a full analysis. It's like a 4-hour video all about the book, and I love it. I love him. I love Wendigoon. But yeah, basically like it's super violent, super brutal, very like accurate actually. Like somehow like historically really accurate. Same with No Country for Old Men. Like this is based off of nothing.
It wasn't violent per se. Like it had some gory stuff. But it was just creepy, and that was like the whole point. It was just the actor who plays Anton.
Yeah, Anton.
Just stellar acting. It really makes you like gets under your skin.
Yeah, I heard that like apparently his character is the closest to a real psychopath, and I really like the character in a way. Like you know when one of the characters says like like he's got his own virtues. In his own way and
his own rules,
and I don't want to spoil it just because like everyone deserves a chance to see this film, but like the way he follows through with his promises is amazing.
Yes.
And like I'm like it's kind of blood chilling.
It's almost admirable, but like in a creepy way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just generally don't live that way. They have exceptions to their own beliefs, I guess. He doesn't. This is really good. You guys should watch it.
Yeah. Speaking of exceptions, I looked exceptional last Thursday.
Wow.
I'm gonna put some pictures up, maybe a couple videos that we filmed. I feel like I actually kind of did like a vlog, which I might consider uploading it, whether it's on this channel. I don't know if I want to make another channel, but like if people want to watch it, please comment down below.
Yeah, let us know.
But I'm gonna put some pictures of just how I looked. I think I looked fabulous. You know, like who needs filler when you can have an allergic reaction? That shit was amazing.
Yeah, you've had a rough week.
I felt like, yeah, I did. I also got sick last weekend, and it just like I was sick throughout the whole week, and then once I started recovering, suddenly I get this allergic reaction, and I'm like, I was considering going to the hospital. It got really fucking bad, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take Benadryl. luckily Ange was with me because I was like, well, I need, in case anything happens, I don't want to pass out and then not make it to the hospital because I live alone at the moment. So basically, yeah, she stood by me. So thank you very much for that.
We had, of course, no problem. It was scary for me because we had just gotten off of a video call, like looking peer reviewing our last edit for the first episode, which you guys should go watch now. And it looked totally normal. Like I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You weren't scratching. I saw no redness. And then literally, I looked at my messages for like not even like 57 minutes later.
Yeah.
You're like,
I just had my upper lip.
I was like, I thought it was AI edited. I was like, he spent too much time trying to prank me on this. And then you kept sending more photos, and I was like, oh, this might actually be like a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about going to the hospital at first, but I was like, my insurance is not going to cover this unless I need to go to the ER.
Literally.
Which kind of sucks. It's like, why do you pay so much money just for that emergency? Because like you might as well just save it, put it like in a down payment or something. I don't know. Regardless, I was like, well, we agreed that we're gonna take Benadryl if I don't feel any better within 2 hours, or if I see no changes, we're going to the hospital.
Yeah, this dumbass ordered Benadryl that wouldn't come to the house. How long did it take?
Oh, it took way too long.
It took like 3 hours.
Yeah, she ordered it through Uber Eats. I order it through the app, like
for
the pharmacy. Yeah, from the pharmacy. And yeah, it took way too long. I guess that's kind of the con of free shipping.
Yeah,
like free shipping, 60 to 90 minutes, and it's like, okay.
And it took way longer than that, I swear.
No, I think it was within the time frame, but it felt much longer, especially like in a dire situation like that. It definitely was not fun. Because
it was getting worse. Like you said, you could feel like the tendons pulling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what's so funny? I was freaking out, and it wasn't happening to me. And Minty's over here just like, what's up,
looked
you guys?
Good, okay, guys? No, they're going to see the images, and they're going to agree with me. Like, I had friends. I actually sent it to some friends, and they're like, dude, like, go to the hospital. And like, I'm just sending them pictures of myself just like posing and everything.
Yeah, there's another video. I don't know if we're gonna put it, where Minty's like, I hadn't even seen him yet, and I got to the door.
Oh yeah, because she had only seen like.
By the way, when I got to the door, the Uber like pulled up, and he was like, "Everything good?" Because like you weren't answering the door. I was like, "Oh my god, he's dead in there." Like I'm too late.
No, I was at stage 1 when I sent her the pictures. I was like stage 1. I was at stage 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, like, so then I got to the door. He answered the door. And he was like, wait. And I still hadn't seen his face. He's like, turn on your camera, like turn on video. And I was like, make a video. And I was like, okay. And then just pure milking it for sure. I was like, if he drops dead, like some part of me is obviously going to feel bad. But the other part of me is like, this is exactly how he would want to go out.
Yeah, definitely. No, I got a job offer from. I'm not gonna say the name of the brand. Actually, I think I do say it in those videos.
Yeah,
but like as a joke.
Do.
God, but I got an offer from like a designer company. Well, I didn't get the offer. I just found it like on LinkedIn, and like I applied. I haven't gotten a response. If they reply and they see this video, I'm dead. But basically, yeah, I was like, yeah, please sponsor us. But basically, I was like, yeah. They're definitely gonna say yes to me. Like, I am the new face of blank.
Oh, for sure. He was talking different. He was acting different.
Yeah, like all my blood that was supposed to go to like my brain functions went directly to my lips.
Yeah, seriously. I was like,
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Completely different person.
Like, I wouldn't have it any other way. I was kind of sad. I mean, like, once the Benadryl started kicking in, like it started going down. But it got to the point where I was like, damn, like, these lips are kind of, yeah, like I missed having slightly juicier lips. I mean, I know that my lips look good now. I don't know if they're back to normal yet. Are they?
They are.
Okay, well, I didn't realize how
But dude,
nice
it was
and thick
not
my
just
lips
the
are.
lips. It was like this entire
Yeah, it was like
thing. There's this fish that I was showing Minty, and that he looked exactly like the one that has like the huge lips, and I was like, oh my god, this is you. But it was terrifying, and I like obviously I'm just an anxious person in general, so I'm over here just like, oh my god, like he's gonna die. He's going to die.
Yeah.
Like, this is scary. Because we didn't know what it was. It wasn't an insect bite. It wasn't something he ate. We just don't know what caused it. And I like have a medical background, so I was freaking out because he was like, my throat feels kind of scratchy, and like it's a little like hard to like swallow. And I was like, Minty,
well, that was because I was also sick.
you need to.
I'm
I
so
know.
sick.
So like, but I didn't know like if that would like exacerbate the reaction.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, we need to go to a hospital. But then luckily the Benadryl kicked in. But it took a while. It took like 4 hours to kick in.
No, I felt it like within an hour. Like I.
But I didn't see the swelling go down. Like,
Oh
right
no,
away.
it went down slowly. But the thing is that, oh my god, beautiful. I'm still gonna I'm gonna be putting videos
and
constantly.
he had
By
like
the way,
a dress shirt on and like.
Oh yeah, I was
pants.
super well dressed too. That's also where like I filmed because I was like, oh, this is gonna. I need to like pose. I need to fucking
yeah.
do
Like,
the
normally
catwalk.
Minty looks like this. So
No.
For me to
on a weekend
see
I look
like
this.
like dress shirt, dress pants, dress shoes.
I like dressing up nice during the week. This is our weekend. We usually film during the weekends because we're busy. We got
hang out on the weekends, so like I only see you casual wear.
Unfortunately, I had to pause my game just to be here.
What game?
Life. I mean, NBA.
NBA.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to like the next topic.
We got some Reddit for you guys.
We do.
We have
do,
some
guys.
really cool ones. I picked them this time, so we'll see if Minty likes these. But these will spark some conversation.
All right. So this one is called "Am I the Jerk?" which is similar to "Am I the Asshole?" Am I the jerk for wanting to be fit first before I start dating on the apps? I am a guy. I had a very bad experience in my former boyfriend. Yeah, I had a very bad experience in my former boyfriend as he was a stone cold narcissist. So after 13 years of toxic treatment void of physical affection, I want to be fit before I step into the dating apps. Is it all right? My other gym bros tell me that I am superficial, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, I went through the suffering with my former boyfriend and I crave physical touch and sex. You see, to get a guy, physical prowess seems to be important, at least for gay guys.
Okay.
All right, so...
Am I the jerk for wanting to be fit before getting on an app? No, because the other side of it is that you could fake being fit using some sort of filter or editing software and fake being fit and then catfishing people. So if you want to put in the work to look a certain way before, that's fine.
Yeah, also, who's he being a jerk to himself? Like...
Being, like, I guess the better question is, am I being superficial?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, he is being super... I mean, here's the thing. If you want to just hook up and have sex...
Then this is fine.
Yeah, but part of me also thinks that he wants affection as well. Like, he wants sex and affection. He's going to get the sex, of course, but the affection comes from a deep connection, like a deep emotional bond. Mm-hmm. Now... Is he being a jerk? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, like, everyone has their own taste. I think he would be a jerk if he only cares about, like, physical prowess.
For sure.
I think because of the manosphere, it spreads everywhere, right? Like the patriarchy and all that. But I think, you know, a lot of, especially guys, because again, you know, for gay guys, like, they're guys, they're men. Mm-hmm. For some reason, like, they're very obsessed with their bodies. Even, like, you know, straight guys. Like, I don't understand why, like, a lot of, like, these, like, super sexist guys are like, I hate women and I want to be jacked and be around a bunch of muscular guys and, like, we like to be shirtless and, like, right next to each other and tell us how big and strong we are. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But also, we're not gay and we hate women, but all we think about women is, like...
Right.
them being objects. So
I guess like a better question would be, I'm not on any dating apps right now, but like, would you feel like, for example, would you post photos back when you were a little bit like overweight, or are you just posting photos of like before that happened?
I think, oh, for those who don't know, oh my God, I've been like super fat, super skinny. I mean, I'm a little overweight.
Yeah, he
still,
like cycles through.
Yeah, but I cycle through because like, oh my God, that's a whole can of beans that we're not opening today. But, listen, I think, fortunately for me, you know, if I want like an actual connection, like emotional connection, I think I would definitely be more lenient to just post myself with, I mean, from what I've heard, like what girls like is different from guys. So like girls like guys that are well groomed.
Yeah.
Guys that show that they're interesting, like they play instruments, which I should do more because like I play the guitar and I'd say I play decently. But also, you know, like them painting and all these activities and that they have friends and like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
But when it comes to guys, and it's really funny because guys will think girls think like guys. So they'll post themselves like shirtless or like super strong. And I'm like, no, I think they want you to have a personality over muscles.
Yeah.
But no.
It depends on what we're looking for, though.
Yeah.
It depends on what we're looking for, because if we're looking for, as you said, superficial connection, we kind of think like gay guys, where we're like, where are the muscles? Where's like the athleticism? But do you know actually, and I've talked to girls about this, do you know the first thing women will notice when they're on a date?
What?
The nails. They'll notice if guys have like well-groomed nails. It's just like a basic thing, because like if you're not taking care, it's something you can easily notice. If you're not taking care of your nails, or you're not clean shaven, because some guys can pull off the like
if your
look.
facial hair is not well groomed.
If it's not well groomed, it's for sure 100% a turn off.
Yeah.
Because it's gross.
Right. No, I believe that too.
But I mean, for me, like on dating apps,
you know what my profile picture is? It's me in Paris with a minion. I think he's Kevin. He's from like the Minions movie, I think. But that's
from years ago.
Yeah, but that's my favorite picture. I mean, like I know I had a different body back then, but like it's iconic. I would say it defines me, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
and that's okay too.
It's like wearing this t-shirt, being like, I paused my game just to be here. Like,
yeah.
Holding a minion right in front of the Eiffel Tower, like that's a huge flex. That's a flex, being like, yeah, like I went to Paris and I brought a minion. Dude, I took so many pictures at when I went traveling to Europe, I took multiple planes from, you know, Monterey to Mexico City, from Mexico City to Canada, and then from Canada to, I think it was London. And from there I went to Spain, and then Spain back to, anyways. Basically I decided with my minion, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna muster the courage and go to the cabin, you know, once we would land, because I think it's annoying to like want to take a picture like before departing. Yeah,
because you're trying to figure out getting everyone on board.
Yeah, and it's like timely. It's like, oh, you're gonna waste my time. It's like, no.
Right.
So like after we landed, like I just went to like the front to like the cockpit, and I was like, hey, can I take a picture with like the pilots? I talked to one of the what do you call them, like the flight attendants.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I take a picture with the pilot? And she was like, sure. And I was like, yeah, like with my minion. And she was like, I love it. And then I just have a bunch of pictures at like multiple cockpits or like with multiple pilots.
And did they all like sign?
Yeah, they signed my minion, which I thought at some point to sell it, but I was like, nah, this is iconic. But yeah, like it has signatures and like.
Isn't that the one that got you like low key TikTok famous?
A little. No, I was already kind of TikTok famous.
Was that the one? No, it wasn't the one.
But no, it was the one when it was raining like really hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one like got a lot of views, and then
that one helped.
Some Brazilian guy got my old phone number from the US and deleted all my viral videos.
Oh.
And then I was like, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
What's that like?
I don't know, but yeah, but it was awesome. I loved making that video, and you know, I really have those pictures, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're-
So moral
they're
of
good
the
memories.
story: do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want. And
Do
you know
what you want.
Like,
Just don't edit your photos. Like, don't do something that's gonna like be like unrealistic.
yeah.
Don't do something crazy.
Also, like, if you're not comfortable with yourself, you're not gonna be comfortable with anyone.
Exactly.
Like,
period. Okay.
Period.
Period. I'm learning the lingo, guys.
I'm gonna put like the Patrick Star with like the fingers on like the makeup editor.
Can y'all tell that Mindy is our editor in chief at the moment?
Dude, I'm
you
really
guys are
proud
gonna
of
notice
episode
a huge
1.
difference between my editing style and his editing style because his is more humor based, mine's more aesthetic based.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. It'll be fun. Okay. The next one is still am I the jerk? Am I the jerk for bailing on a Tinder hookup when I saw her in person? So it's kind of going in with the same theme.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, here's the story. I matched with a woman on Tinder a few days ago. We got chatting and decided we were going to meet just to hook up. I was hesitant at first as she was a fair bit older than me and seemed a bit off the rails, but I thought, why the hell not? Oh God. Okay. So anyway, I drove an hour to her place for the meetup. She must have been fine. The whole way up, I was hesitant. This isn't really who I am. Liar. I don't do this regularly and wasn't so sure how I felt about it, but I decided fuck it and stick with the plan. So I got to her place and straight away she's out of her house in the passenger seat of my car in the blink of an eye. This was startling, but what got me the most was just how much more unattractive she was in person. Okay? She was quite beautiful in her Tinder profile, but when I saw her in person, she had missing teeth, a few were rotten, and she was a lot heavier set than her pictures let on.
Ooh.
She also very quickly tried lighting a cigarette in my car. I'm not opposed to smoking, really, but hell no, not in my car. Basically, all attraction was immediately lost, and I wanted to get out of there. So I slightly panicked. I told her that I got cold feet and didn't want to go through with it. She proceeded to call me a C word that I cannot repeat. Said I was an awful person, said I wasted her time, and hoped that I had bad karma from this. Her wish came true because I ended up with a nail in my tire on the way home.
Ooh.
I know I'm a jerk for bailing last minute and leading her on, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it and didn't want to hurt her feelings. I was already hesitant going into it, and all attraction was lost almost instantly, so I just don't know how I should feel about it. Am I the jerk for bailing on her when he saw her in person?
No, I don't think, listen, I think, yeah, he wanted something physical, but, I don't think he's a jerk for wanting to she lit up a cigarette in his car, firstly, let's just take out the whole fact that
she looks different from her
she looks
photos.
different, right? First, she lights up her cigarette, which, I think is just, I think the proper etiquette or the least you could do is just ask, hey, can I light a cigarette in your car?
Yeah.
Which she didn't do, so she didn't care about him or his, whatever he felt about that.
Smoking or anything.
Now, when it comes to, her being more overweight or looking different, in some ways it's he went to have sex with, that version, the pretty version of her, not this version. So it's being disingenuous, right? If we're keeping things superficial,
yeah,
she catfished him. And I think it's not fair because, if the guy looks exactly the same as he does in his Tinder profile, then the only person who's lying here or being unfair would then be this person.
And I love how she said, how dare you for wasting my time when he was the one that drove 2-hour round trip and got a nail stuck in his tire, which it wasn't her fault, but still. And the audacity. I find it kind of weird too how she ran out of the house and jumped in his car. That's so strange to me. But
thanks for wasting 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think insecurity is never attractive. I mean, blatant insecurity. That's, I think, just a common trap. I haven't gone on any dates that have stemmed out of dating apps or anything like that. So I don't know what that kind of experience would be like. But yeah, I mean, and obviously don't get into the casual thing either, but I just can't, I can imagine especially because even if they were looking for a true relationship, that's not appropriate.
Right.
So you know, I don't know. I think he's not a jerk for sure. He's not a jerk. She is. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
She's
what I
not a
said.
jerk.
Don't catfish people, you guys. Just be yourselves. And if you're not comfortable with the way you look, then
Yeah, I actually used to have this thing where like sometimes I would match with, which I've changed, but I would match with some gals and I'd be like, surely she's prettier than this. She's just not photogenic. But she would look exactly the way she would look in pictures, which was my fault. That was me being silly.
oh, so you thought it would be the opposite? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I was like, no, surely she doesn't look like this. Surely it's the angle.
I don't know if it's just you, but for my perspective, I always think photos look better because they can tailor it and like.
Yeah, I didn't put that into consideration.
But interesting. So you actually think the opposite? They all thought the opposite.
Yeah, it's probably out of insecurity because like I think I look worse.
A lot of like
in pictures.
Bumble and Tinder allow you to do video call now before you meet the person.
Yeah, I prefer having their. Actually, yeah, it's probably safer to do that. I just don't know if I would want to use Tinder or Bumble FaceTime calls because like. I don't know.
I would never use Tinder, period. Tinder is very sketchy. But
yeah. Bumble is nice. Like I think it's like giving them, you know, it's funny or it's kind of strange how now they've added a feature where you can start a conversation, but it lets guys also start the conversation. So like
that defeats the whole purpose of what Bumble is.
The girls are like, yeah, like, you know, what's your goal for this year? And so you can kind of answer them. I mean, I think it kind of defeats the whole purpose of this whole like first you message the person, but at the same time giving them some credit where it's due, it does allow the conversation to start off somewhere interesting, especially somewhere where the other person would like to start, you know, because like some people are like, what's your favorite food? And because maybe the person likes talking about food. Mm-hmm. Or like, what are your goals, right? Or what's the last thing that made you smile? And I think those are decently good. And it also lets you see how the other person will reply and see if there's some compatibility with how the person replies, what their values are based off of their response. Because you can kind of like catch some of that too, you know?
No, I was gullible for sure.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of those questions are like prompts that pop up and they can just click on those, right? They're not actually writing them.
No, I know. But what I mean isn't like they can kind of choose in a way. And they can also write it themselves. But like, you know, I think there's some pros and cons. But also like if the girl wants to start the conversation herself, like she won't put those prompts and that's more in her control and that's her power.
I don't know. All that whole dating app world is... It's different for a guy, for sure. Yeah.
Anyways, am I the jerk for wanting to leave my boyfriend who's asexual? My boyfriend came out as asexual and I don't know if I can stay with him. Me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years. I always thought that our intimacy was great. He always acted like he was really into it, so I thought he was. After all, we've been having sex for 2 years. Apparently not. Maybe I sound like a horrible person for wanting to leave my boyfriend for this, but here it goes. Yesterday, my boyfriend sat me down. He was obviously really nervous for this conversation. I got really scared, thinking he was going to break up with me. But what he told me wasn't much better. He began by asking me not to be mad at him, so I assured him that I wouldn't be mad at him. Just tell me what's going on. He had a really sad look on his face and started fiddling with his fingers nervously. He said, I've been thinking about intimacy and how I feel during intimacy. He said he is pretty sure he's asexual and has no interest in sex. I knew I shouldn't have made it about me, but I got mad and went about, you've known you've been asexual for all this time we've been together? Every time we had intimacy and you just didn't feel anything at all? He frowned and said it's kind of complicated, but since he wouldn't give me a straight answer, I knew the truth. I went on to push and said, come on, tell me. Tell me about all the times we've had sex and you were just faking how into it you were. I started crying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. I started crying and then he started crying. He started begging me not to break up with him. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to be with someone who isn't sexually attracted to me and pretend to be physically into me for 2 years. He started crying and he was doing it to make me, sorry, he started crying and said he was doing it to make me happy and he wants me to be happy. Dude, every single woman has like, this is kind of funny because like it makes me think of like men and women like having intimate sex because like, you know, they'll fake their orgasm. So it's like,
Right.
imagine if like like I just see this as like a straight man sort of where he's like, wait, so you've been telling me all those times you were faking it? Babe, it's just like, I'm sorry. It just like you take 2 minutes at most.
You're like, what's that about?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's really funny though. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be laughing. If we need to keep having sex to stay together, we can. I felt bad, but I said it's not about the sex. It's about feeling unwanted. I told him now. Even if we did continue to have sex, I would just be thinking about how much he's not sexually attracted to me. Who would want to have sex with a partner who isn't sexually attracted to them and is probably thinking about how much they want to be, how you want it to be over with? He started sobbing, which made me feel horrible. I am so angry, but I feel like I don't have the right to be angry because I'm not something he can technically control. He told me how much he loves me and that he loves me more than anything in this world. Isn't that more important than sex, he said. I told him that I feel like I've been deceived by him and I felt like I've been lied to in a way that and need time to figure things out. I left and I'm at my mom's house now. Complicated.
This one's tough because I go back and forth. You can have there have been relationships that exist that are sexless by choice, but still have intimacy.
Yeah, like, I mean, again, like the guy's putting out.
He's being honest.
Like, yeah, and he's like...
And here's the thing. It probably wasn't like he was like, oh, I have to do this thing. He probably wasn't sure. He's probably like, something feels off. Like, I know guys who are really into this. Why don't I feel like that? So he probably just thought like, you know, like sometimes you have relations.
Right.
It's not always the best experience every single time. Yeah. So I don't know but 2 years is kind of a long time I think you could figure something out like that in less than 6 months. But I feel, you know, maybe wouldn't have waited 2 years to have this conversation. So I can see being upset for that reason. It sounds like they both really care about each other, but it also sounds like, I think this girl is taking it too, I'm assuming it's a woman who wrote this, who's taking it too much, like she's not playing the victim, but playing it off as like, I'm offended by this. And she has a right to feel offended by, you know, if that's how she feels, if she doesn't feel, you know, attractive enough or whatever it is, it's fine. But at the same time, I can understand her frustration and probably doesn't want to continue in a relationship where the physical part of it is important to her.
Right.
But there are definitely relationships that don't have intimacy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That are like consensually like that, not like a sexless marriage where they just grow apart, nothing like that. But it doesn't sound like that's the kind of relationship that she wants. But it sounds like she's more hurt by the faking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but you know, I think from what I'm gathering, really, it's like, I think it's a guy on guy. Like they don't say it, but also like, you know, I mean, if it's a girl, sure. I feel like if it were a girl, like it wouldn't matter as much, just because like I've noticed that they like intimacy, but they're not as obsessed. You know what I mean?
They'd be more able to negotiate.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I was in a situation where there were no relations and, you know, just the emotional part of it.
A lavender situationship.
And so
how about that?
And to me, I thought, this is fulfilling. This is nice. This is special.
Like,
I mean, that wasn't the reason, but like, you know, in my delusional head before therapy, like I thought this was sweet.
You're like, he's waiting for marriage.
Yeah, you had to think about it like that. But you know, I don't know. This one's really tough. I don't think anyone's a jerk.
Anyways,
cameraman is not doing his job.
Yeah, that's the camera died for a second, so
Anyway, moral
You're
of the
getting
story,
fired, buddy.
That one's your camera, by the way. So I guess who's getting fired? So not the jerk. Well, no one's the jerk, in my opinion. Tough situation. So sorry we couldn't give you the answers that you were probably wanting to hear. I would love to actually know like the update.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like no one's the jerk here. Like in some ways, like yeah, I think if it was really important for you, it's like, I think for one, yeah, people coming to the realization that they're asexual takes a while. I've learned that. So yeah, like maybe they were with this person, they were really in love, and they were like, maybe with this person, like I'll feel something. Maybe, he or she is like the key that I need.
Yeah.
And
well, he still loves her. He asked like if they could still stay together.
Yeah, it's like I love you, and like doesn't our emotional thing matter more? But he or she was like, no, the person, the OP was just kind of like, no, this is very important to me.
If it were purely like if he had brought this up to her sooner, and he's like, I'm asexual, I'm not into this, I think there would be really good negotiation for an open relationship where she could have a partner purely for that necessitation.
Yeah.
And the emotional connection with him. That relationships are evolving these days. I feel like that's totally possible. But I think the bigger issue is that she feels betrayed. That
100%.
he was pretending to be into this because it is an intimate thing.
Yeah.
And it's like you almost feel shame. Like he's not into this. Like, am I not good enough? You kind of go into that spiral. But anyway.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, I think no one's really the asshole here. Like I think unfortunately this person had to realize. This person also like put intimacy in a high place. I think they're both right in their own sense. It's really sad to see their relationship end, but again, they want to respect each other's wishes in some way of like, hey, this is how you want your relationship, or, but like the thing is, but the one thing though is, the partner is willing to put out, like, I think if intimacy mattered a lot, again, like, maybe it's just my position, but if I had an asexual partner who would be like, yeah, like, I'm okay with having sex, like, I don't feel anything per se, but, like, I can kind of, like, fake it for you, and, like, you can, like, I'd be like, sure, you know what, like, because the connection, the emotional connection is also there, so it feels good, and, like, I'm pretty sure even though they don't feel, like, that sexual necessity, they still feel good that their partner feels good with them. You know what I mean?
It could be like once a week.
Yeah,
It doesn't have
like
to be
she was
anything crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think at this point they're at a breaking point because
I think it's just a shock.
too long to have that conversation.
No, I think it's just a shock, really.
Yeah.
Because like the person didn't notice. OP didn't notice. They were just like, wait, so this whole time you did. So like if they knew. Like, they would have been like, well, it's a sigh of relief because, like, I thought there was something wrong with me. But no, this person was like, wait, you're which also makes me think it's a guy. Because, again, like, like, I think if it's a girl, like, she would know, And also, like, if the guy, I just feel it's a guy. Because, again, like, they're a little more in their head. They're a little more focused on what they're doing and not so much on their partner. And like, if you just say like, oh, so good, baby. Like,
okay,
he'll be
thank
like,
you for that little acting segment.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyways, they'll be like, oh my God, you're amazing, baby. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'm the best. Like, I bet you came like a gazillion times. Like,
you can for sure fake it.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's a guy, because it's like, this is a very normal conversation between a man and a woman, like in a straight relationship.
Yeah.
Like, that's normal. Okay, so current news. Well, we're gonna talk about the FIFA we just watched. For those, we're probably gonna be posting this like 3 weeks later or something. But we just watched the game, England versus
Newsflash: we batch these episodes
Panama.
in advance.
I think they're gonna notice because like they're gonna be like, man, this guy's really stinky. He wears the same fucking shirt like 3 weeks straight.
What are your thoughts? What are our thoughts?
I think England.
We watched England versus
Panama. I think Panama played okay. I think England had very strong strikers. Like, they had really good, like, people at the front. And they were pretty, like, center and back, they were mid. They were decent. Like, they weren't the best. Because Panama got pretty close a couple of times. It's just that Panama didn't have good strikers.
Right.
There was one like really close call where the guy literally like had the ball. He could have just stopped it. He could have controlled the ball and like shot it. But instead he like goes directly from a pass to like an attempt to a strike, and it just
Yeah.
goes flying out. And I just thought, yeah, no.
Early on in the game, or no, we because
Yeah,
we
we
were
watched,
watching
like,
our
halfway
movie,
through.
but we clocked in right before halftime, and the thing that we were both noticing is England's team has strong individual players, but I don't know if they were just in their head. They thought they could do this, but they weren't playing good as a team.
Yeah, there was like a player or two that like they really wanted to get a goal, so they
Yeah.
would just like run from midfield all the way towards the goal.
Yeah.
But of course, someone was there
For sure.
and they wouldn't strike it in, and it was getting annoying.
And notice how they swapped him out, and
Yeah.
then they got their 2 goals.
Yeah,
So I personally was Team England, but I really wanted Panama to at least get a point because I don't know. I feel like I'm not a good sports fan in this way because I'm not that loyal to a team. Because when I see a team winning, I want the other team to get.
I'm more
Points
focused
as
on
well?
like the strategy part. Like I don't really care about the teams. I don't care about the
strategy
country.
is-
I think more about like
the country. No, but
how they play.
It was I think frustrating that Panama was playing their strategy was a lot better,
Yeah.
but yet England was still scoring because of, I would say, only 2-star players.
Yeah, the Netherlands
So-
did amazing though. Like I watched the Netherlands versus Sweden.
I imagine that would be a good one.
Yeah, like this Netherlands played really well. I need to watch how the U.S. is playing currently, just because, they beat England, and that's a pretty big deal because like England is one of the good ones.
Yeah.
But again, there's some teams that are playing really well. Some are off. Like again, Brazil, I think it's off. It's playing okay. It's playing pretty decent, but it's off compared to like how it could be. And
Yeah.
again, like I'm really like I saw the Netherlands game and I think they played really well. I need to see how France is doing with Kylian Mbappe, and also Argentina. They scored a lot of goals. Like Messi broke history by I think like doing a hat trick.
Argentina is just on a different level.
Yeah, no,
Aren't they the country that's won the most World Cups?
no, that's Brazil. That's what I'm saying. They're off. They have 5 World Cups,
I
and
don't watch soccer. This is the first year I've ever gotten into the World Cup.
Argentina and France were competing to be the second country to have reached 3 World Cups, because Argentina and France had 2 last World Cup,
Yeah.
and so like they got their 3rd. So Argentina has 3 cups, so it's right behind Brazil.
There was one I watched when I went on my high school. It was like a high school gift that I got to go to Ecuador for 3 weeks. And that year, so I would have been 2014, it was Germany and I think Argentina, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
2014 was Argentina versus
Germany.
Germany. Germany won.
Germany won
But it
that
says
one.
a lot that like Argentina. No, wait, it wasn't. Yeah, it was 2014 because 2018 was Croatia.
Yeah.
Croatia and France, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fun to watch because I love seeing like the hype that goes around it, like the patriotism around it. Like I think I was saying in another episode that like in the U.S. you don't really know anyone's nationality until the World Cup comes, and then everyone's with their Italian jerseys or their whatever it is, and so I think it's fun to watch for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Today's a short episode, because we want to batch them in. We'll have a very important announcements for another episode, but basically we're experimenting a couple things. We're gonna do like a slightly shorter format. We especially want to focus more on the editing. Make sure that all those videos are very well made and the quality is good. We couldn't do literature today, but hopefully the ASMR could
satisfy
you.
your.
Make up for it. You know, I know I'll get my punishment later. Anyways, what?
Oh my god.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys. Bye.